Well, hello and happy gaming, everyone. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and here we are going to be testing out what I had been talking about for a while now, the old Crashing Meteor build. Now, I am going to make one quick change to this, because if the primary damage source is supposed to be Crashing Meteor, then everything around it is going to be designed to hold the enemy still for as long as possible. Because, let's face it, Crashing Meteor is slow. And using that, it does indeed increase the freeze duration to have this enhanced from the start. Now, it doesn't mean that using Frost Fan won't be the ideal, but so here's the build. We're using Rule in order to further increase damage. The Frost Blades, because that can create spaces and openings to use the Meteor with. Same with the Snare Track. This, of course, is the focus of the build, is to make Crashing Meteor work somehow. And then Frost Fan, because freezing. But as you can see, without a critical hit, that's landing for 83. But as you can see, it's also excruciatingly slow. So here we go. 1,000, 2, 1,000. Yeah, that takes about 100 frames to land, assuming that this game is running at 60 frames per second. Now, I could actually count out how many frames using a different program. I'm just putting it out there. That is slow. Now, that means that one of the things that we're desperately going to need for this run, like above anything else, is the upgrade for Crashing Meteor. Because that spell is way too slow on its own. So in order to make it work, hey look, the original 3. And of course, we get into the first round with Freya against enemies that can't even be frozen. Or rather, the elemental enemies can't be frozen, but still. There we go. Alright, so far so good, but yeah, you can clearly see the problem here. But, again, that's kind of the idea. The Crashing Meteor is supposed to be difficult to land. It has almost oppressive power and damage when it hits. The problem is it hitting, which is why I've specifically built this run around trying to get it to hit. And I'd say I've gotten it to hit twice so far, which is probably at least double the amount of times anyone's gotten it to hit. There you go, got it to hit 3 times. Sucker. Alright, they're about to break through, so here we go. Perfecto. Alright, so this is actually kind of fun. You lay the trap, and then you set off the prize. The trap, of course, being hitting with either well, basically anything else I have to work with. I almost never use snare track, so here's hoping that... Of course. I can basically walk away while that does its business. Alright, so what do we got here? Well, we're definitely taking the Stygian Turtle Shell, because that's going to help against multiple hits. And not sure my signature is that important, actually. This is one of those times where I took my signature based on the idea that the spell gets enhanced, not necessarily because of its effect when it's, the upgraded signature. So, is it important to take Surefire Rocket? I'd say this is like the one time where I'd say no, it's probably not important. Now, once again, starting at Freya is kind of a pain because her and her elemental minions are going to resist both my ice-based attacks and the meteor itself. Go away. Now, because of this very specific setup, I'm taking probably more damage than I should be. But hopefully we at least find the attempt to be entertaining. Crashing Meteor also does well by itself if you use it against really slow, stupid monsters. Okay, so we have the gist of this run now. Now it's just a matter of putting all the pieces together and making it work. I'm hoping that I can do that. If nothing else, I want to be entertaining. I want the run to be winnable, of course, but even without anything else, I do at least want this to be a good time for everyone involved. And I'm hoping it will be. This will be the one time you see me taking Embracing Vines. Damn. Timing was bad. There we go. Alright, so now literally everything I have is now centered around getting Crashing Meteor to hit. To be the one time where I want to see Shu, just so I can see the look on his face when a huge ball of fire comes crashing down on his head, but no, of course not. Oh, of course it's a dead end. Why wouldn't it be? Alright, perfect. Yeah, that was awesome. That wasn't just a really boring room that I just sat in and just randomly spammed crap. No, not at all. That room was high strategy. God damn it, I am not playing well right now. I really don't want to have to buy a health potion, but I am playing a little bit like garbage. By the way, for what it's worth, yes, I did work today, so that has a little bit to do with my dilemma. Oh, and apparently the entangling vines are also poisonous. Alright. It's actually kind of cool to know. Alright, well actually Entangling Vines is working out kind of nicely for this particular build. I'm a little surprised at that, honestly. This entire build is centered around Crashing Meteor, so I don't want to give that up. On the other hand, if I happen to just find another unenhanced spell, then I'll gladly give it to Dr. Song to make use of. But right now, I need to just survive this floor. Thank you, guys. So, this is essentially a powerful trap set. There it is! Oh, Crashing Meteor upgrade. Now the meteor will come down much faster. Here, meteors crash down much quicker. See, now it almost feels like a normal spell. Almost. Not quite. It just almost reaches that point. Now, before I buy one of those to submit to Dr. Song, I want to see... what is being sold by Anders, because he might have a solution to my problem of I'm taking too much damage like an idiot. And let's be fair, that's what it really boils down to, is I am kind of just being an idiot. To be fair, even trying to run Crashing Meteor seriously is an idiot move, but, you know, I told myself I would make it work, so here's making it work. Oops. Frost Fan isn't ready yet. There you go. Ah, it's all big guys now, huh? And of course it is. I know what this room is. Yeah, it does so much damage. I just would, I need you to have less health, is what it boils down to. Here's Anders. What do you got for me, buddy? Nothing great. I'll take those just to help balance out my health, but yes, I think ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a cheap Arcana, like... Oh, I don't know. How about this one? And we'll take that to Dr. Song and get that turned into both some health and a relic. Catalytic Tonic. Significantly increases the chance of receiving critical heals. Alright. That's not too bad. I do think we could have gotten something better out of that, but at the same time, I do feel as though it's going to help. Smooth. Man, that was like butter! There we go. Alright. We're back in this. Ooh, Sidewinder's badge. Yes, thank you. And now that I can follow up the freeze effect of... There's a critical. Now that I can follow up the freeze effect of the Frost Blades with a Crashing Meteor effectively, that's going to be even more effective. There we go. There we go. Then we're looking good now. Let's not let her hit me with the giant ice blade or the bubbles. There we go. Alright, looking good. Alright, so what relics would help out now? Well, anything that can hold my enemy still in some way or another would be helpful. But I think more than anything else, what I'd really like is just damage ups. Things that make my attacks hit harder to make this Crashing Meteor build feel more impactful. That's what I'd kind of like to see. Also, things that help me keep my health up. Because apparently that's going to be an issue for me because I'm not playing so well today. But to be fair, relics like that are usually a help. Yeah, go away, you. Who needs strategy when I've got ice? I hope you don't actually think that. No, of course not. But right now, my strategy is pretty heavily just, I have ice. See, that's why I like the Stygian turtle shell. Alright, so it's not going to poison you, but it is going to hold you still. And that I can work with. I thought for a moment it wasn't going to hold you still either. I do like how Frost Fan keeps them frozen for a really long period of time. Sorry, pal, I'm onto your tricks. And that's what I need to do. I need to play a bit more patiently. Alright, and I will come back to give Nocturne an Arcana if I find an extra one. I'm not necessarily going to buy an extra one like I'm willing to do with Dr. Song, but hey, can we stop with the random poison bullshit? God, I hate this level. This is why I always need vitamin gummies, because all the enemies are going to do is hit you with poison, which of course lasts for about, I mean, without hyperbole, about 6 or 7 years. And then just become invincible and be like, oh, you thought you could try? Oh, you stupid fuck. So right now, some of the things that I'd be on the lookout for this run. Probably Jade's Chakra Locket or Jewelry Box would both be useful. Raspberry Cookie Box, of course, but then things like the Jeweled Amulet or the Amulet of Sundering would be good. Or Jeweled Tiara, I'm sorry, not Amulet. God, I hate Lancers so much. So what I should do, if I were being a smart boy, is I should be focusing on trying to hit the Lancers with the very edge of the meteor instead of trying to hit them with the middle of the spell circle. That would be the smart thing to do. Yeah, we'll upgrade Snare Track. That'll make it so that the snares actually extend forward past me a little bit, so I can try to use the Snare Track as an aggressive action. Try to, but it's not always going to work out that way. Especially when you've got 4 archers in the same room, because they're all jerks. Alright, so... considering the Stygian turtle shell, do I really need that? I think Vampire's eyeglasses are going to be the better bet. Which means we can now try to make something out of trying to get other relics that improve my critical hit rate, and we're starting to see something come together here. And counter rogue again. Because, you know, screw me. At least against the bosses, the Crashing Meteor is a little bit easier to get to land, which, you know, it's good, because I can actually do something with that. But yeah, I'd be lying if I said that I was enjoying my time here in Atlas's Terrace, so I'm going to make the chair squeak a little bit more. Oh yeah, loving that chair squeak, aren't you? Alright, and now what we need to do is play a little bit more calmly, a little bit more carefully. And as I keep saying, take advantage of the pits. Because the less time you have to spend fighting the enemies, the better you get to preserve your health and your chances of winning. Alright, don't need to use the meteor on you, so I think we'll be okay. Ooh, what do we have here? Well, I definitely want Paralytic Venom Fang. I might want that, actually, but I think the first thing I should do is... Okay, well, that room just ruined me. Okay, can we stop now? Can we stop? Okay, yeah, that room was not cool. Yeah, there's nothing there I want. So yeah, Paralytic Venom Fang it is. I can only hope that it works out well for me. And basically, anytime the Venom Fang goes off, it's a free meteor for me. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but roommate's dog is just having a field day. Because she hates it when there's anything around, like, within, like, a good square mile or so that, you know, is alive outside of her. So, hey, fun. Just have to put up with her yelling and barking at, you know, anything that passes within, you know, roughly the nearest postal code. If it has a pulse, she's barking angrily at it. Okay, I'm also getting tired of the Earth Elemental mages and summoners throwing big fuck-off boulders. I am really tired of that. It's got me on low health for no goddamn reason. It's also invalidating the Stygian turtle shell, because that is good against enemies that hit multiple times. Not a single one of these fuckers hits multiple times. They all hit once and then go, okay, bye then. And you guys having that stupid invulnerability rock shatter move. See, I just hate Atlas's Terrace. I absolutely hate it. I cannot stand this level. I hate being in it. Anytime I'm here, all I want is to get the fuck out. I guarantee this level will be the reason why I fail this run, if I fail this run. Now, one thing I could use is another spell. Maybe not one that's designed to stun, but maybe another spell that does good damage. So I'm probably going to want to go back and check Iris's shop just one more time before I go. Oh, speaking of other Arcana. Hold on. There we go. You gonna drop anything worthwhile for me? Not really. That's actually kind of disappointing. Now, what do you have? Dragon Arc. Alright, before I buy into any of that, let's go back to Anders and see if he has anything that I want. Spell Thief Socks. I think I am going to buy this, and I'm going to see if giving Dr. Well, you know, once again, I've played myself, because what I'm going to end up giving her is Crashing Meteor. So I need something that's unenhanced. I mean, that only costs 125. It's risky, but it's worth it. If I decide I want to keep it, cool, I'll just keep it. So, another thing to keep in mind is that for the most part, Dragon Arc isn't going to be helped all that much by the build I have going on. Also, I didn't think about this before, but actually Frost Fan might be an okay signature. Like, at range, not really, but if you get up next to your opponent and then fire it off, that does a lot of damage. So that might actually be, you know, a point in favor of me using Frost Fan more. Smooth. That's going to increase the number of cycles I have to fight him for because of just me being dumb. Oh, it was dumb. God, I hate that spell. Though really, what I really dislike about that spell is how he comes out of vulnerability before it's even over. Alright, we are not in good position here. So I need to concentrate and play a little bit harder so I don't get scorched by Zeal and her fiery minions. That doesn't mean I don't talk, because ooh. Hey, can we maybe not have everything go to pot, please? Alright, so what I could really use is Anders to show up. Now, Snare Track is working out just fine for my purposes here. This is... it's definitely doing what I had envisioned for it to do. And And yeah, I'll probably end up giving Dr. Song this Arcana. Ooh, Aqua Beam! Now that is precious. And if I buy that, I'm certainly not giving it up. Aqua Beam is definitely the sort of thing I'm looking for, because not only does that create a sweeping effect, but it's also a good long-range damaging option. Like, that is precisely the sort of thing I had in mind when I said I could use another damaging option. Yeah, oh, it's this room a second time, just with a different coat of paint. Beautiful. Hey, keep stepping on vines. Thanks. Alright, cool. I thought that room was going to be scarier than it was. Alright, what do we have here? Each Water Arcana owned increase... I have 2 Water Arcana. I'm going to be buying a 3rd. I just hope I have the money for it. If I don't, then I guess I don't worry about it. But I've got a good chunk of floor left. There's a good chance that I'll have the money for it. Well, that was weird. I froze him, and then trying to get around him, I just ended up walking into him like an idiot. I guess in this case, not like an idiot, like a very, very confused person going, "Why are you following me?" So the only issue I'm really having with this build at the moment is that I've had the bad fortune of coming across two biomes where my weapon of choice has been resisted. It is not fun. Oh wait, give me that back. Alright, so we know it's going to be Dr. Song showing up because of the token. I just need to find her. Here, Dr. Song, you lovely vampiric medical doctor. I wasn't even aware that they allowed vampires in medical school. Wow, you guys are complete assholes. Yeah, that's what you get. Sorry, Suman, but I was hoping to find money behind your painting. Alright, so... Oh, hey, she took the token of health instead. I forgot she did that. Alright, and the renewing potion vial is awesome, and... Doctor, why do you have this nocturnal sundial? Alright, so that means that the token of health is also one of the good ones, because... because she will just take that instead of one of your Arcana. I wish I had known that. I wish that happened at 12 o'clock. That's perfect. No, I wish I had known that at the time I picked up Dragon Arc, or I wouldn't have picked up Dragon Arc. But it did me some good to have Dragon Arc, so I'm not going to complain. Beautiful. I don't have a means of evasion, so I'm not gonna... Okay, I guess the game decided I'm fighting this room out anyway. See, and the idea that Aqua Beam can be swept back and forth will also help in the Sura fight to get rid of the Null Flash agents. Burst Mage, oh yay. I'm not sure if it hit or not. Okay, stop. And for what it's worth, Burst Mage, I hate you too, but... There we go. Take that. I am going to take a risk and not buy a health potion on this floor. Mostly to try to preserve some money and see if there's anything interesting that shows up, but also because if something interesting does show up, I'd like to be able to purchase both that and a health potion. I'm not denying I'm going to need a health potion. Plus, I have the renewing potion vial, so that'll help out quite a bit. There we go. Alright, so that works out about as well as I expected it would. But it's just silly that I wasn't able to, you know, come up with that before. Oh, maybe try casting at the edge of my range instead of trying to hit him with the exact middle of it? Like, if there was a reward for doing that, sure, that would be a good idea. There we go. Alright. That was actually a very clean version of that room. So, honestly, the Crashing Meteor idea is kinda working. Not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised it is, but I'm not ashamed of that. I'm happy it's working. It's working out a lot better than, you know, Hammer Time. That worked about as well as I expected it would, unfortunately. Sometimes my expectations are completely met. You're a jerk. Okay, what the hell happened to my Crashing Meteor? I never got to cast it, so... Oh, I hate it when enemies interrupt your spells. Again, I know what happened, I'm just upset about it. Because that shouldn't have friggin' happened. Oh, screw your ignition drive. I had no way of knowing you were about to cast that, you jerk. And overall, things are working, but I am feeling a little bit of heat here. That's why I'm... Again, why do you show up so late? I really don't know if I can afford to pay for your services right now. I mean, I have the money, but do I have the health? That's the problem. So, if I do have the money to pay for his services, though, that does mean that I get more of a damage boost. And again, it's not the money, dumb dodo head. No, it's the health that I'm worried about. The health! Is this going to be good for my health? Honestly, probably just undertaking the Chaos Trials isn't necessarily good for one's health, but, you know, they're trying to find the Wizard of Legend here. They're not trying to design a healthcare system. And even still, they already have a healthcare system in place. They've got Dr. Song. I don't know if that's an entire healthcare system. I think that's one doctor. Yeah, but consider that she's, you know, a vampire. How long has she been practicing medicine? Seriously. I mean, it's a good question to ask. I mean, she also has the knowledge to study the long-term effects of Arcana, so I'm pretty sure that by herself she can create an entire, you know, medical field. Grand Summoner. Okay, everyone piss off. Alright, well, like I said, I'm gonna have to buy a health potion regardless of what I do, so... So, let's buy that health potion now. Did I seriously just critical heal for 400? Well then! Maybe I can afford to go get my outfit upgraded. Alright, make me shiny. Shiny! Alright, and we'll also take this so I can evade attacks while I'm dashing. Great, evade? Damn it! I could have used the fox mask. Ah! Screwed up! Had to fight through that room and everything and didn't take it. Alright, so note to self, if I see the Covert Ops mask, you can take it because things like Limo's Leaf might show up that add a wonderful chance for evasion. Alright, thing about Zeal, I mean, all of the Archmages really get a speed boost from being at level 3 or higher, and yes, there is the possibility of going higher if you do an endless run. But I think Zeal gets an even bigger speed boost than the others. Like, I can't prove that, but it just feels like she gets a bigger speed boost than the others. She gets so aggressive. Okay, so getting 2 relics from Dr. Song really saved my bacon. Now I just need to be skillful enough to beat Sura. Like I said, Dr. Song, I think, is perhaps one of the better NPCs in the game. Hence why I'm able to get so much material out of the idea that she's, you know, undead. Because I'm pretty sure she doesn't mind me saying things like that. Not that I know why she should, she's a fictional character, but if she were real... She seems like the sort of person that has no problem with facts. I don't think it's fair to say that she's undead. Well, I mean, she does have pale skin, she floats, she's got glowing eyes. I mean, to me, that means that you're probably some form of undead, vampire or something. I typically think vampire. I'm a dummy. But I'm also a dummy that only took 14 damage, so suck it! Look at that, critical hit for 130. That is not easy to do with any spell. Oh, don't you dare. I don't care if you got fire breath. I'd be more worried if you had garlic breath. Yeah! Garlic breath. Yeah, I'll just see myself out now. Owie. Alright, so once again, I feel like... And Meteor for the win. Oh, it feels good. Feels good. Alright, so this run is all about Crashing Meteor, but really it's all about how Dr. Song is a fucking hero, and we should all be thanking her for her contribution to the Chaos Trials. I'm sure if she were real, I mean, again, this is just kind of putting this out there, if she were real, she'd be a frontliner in dealing with the current day situation. I know YouTube has a problem with us saying what it actually is, so she would be the hero that fights the Lurgy and wins. Because she is the best. So, if you're ever wondering what you can do to make your runs through the Chaos Trials easier, remember, Dr. Song has your back. Could I have won this run without her? Maybe. Like, that's the thing, it was a maybe before Dr. Song. After Dr. Song, it was almost assuredly a definitely. So, all hail Dr. Song, she is the best. And thank you for watching another run. I will be back with more stuff in the near future. Until then, my name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.